Alright, so let me paint the picture, alright? You're walking along the beach on sunset. Most of the buildings around the beach already have put their neon signs on, and with the relatively high temperatures and the good wind, it's all just stopped off thanks to you listening to music and putting this song on. And from there, boom! Entire experience switches on its head. You find nirvana, reach enlightenment, find a secret of happiness, and make an unforgettable memory. All thanks to one song. It was like magic. As though I had been transported into an entirely different reality. And even if the experience was rooted in reality, it feels as though I was in a completely different world. If you have ever had this experience, a song that makes you think of memories that you've never had, reminds you of a time that you've never even lived in, such as, say, 1980s Japan, then my brother in Christ, you may have just encountered the world of Japanese city pop, the most magical music genre.
Disclaimer, I'm speaking out of my ass and whatever I say in this video is probably not the actual reason behind any of the shit I mentioned in this video, as my research could be possibly very off, so please, if you know more than I do on this topic, correct me without being a dick. Thanks, on to the show.
Now hold on just a second because there are some things that I have to clarify. First of all, my ass knows nothing about music, alright? You told me to analyze why I like the music that I like, and I'll tell you that it hits different, and half the time I'm correct, so shut up. Now what is city pop, you may be wondering, and I'll tell you everything that I know after reading this nifty Wikipedia article on Soulja Boy. I mean, look at the way in which he cranks that Soulja Boy. Nobody's doing it better than him in that Soulja game console that can play games at 3 power points per second. And if you play Zelda in the Soulja game console, despite the sounds of a bomb about to explode in your house, if you get to the fairy theme, you may realize that it is just a little bit inspired by a song made by Tatsuro Yamashita. And that brings us back to the lesson of today. And after looking at such an insightful Wikipedia article and learning how to crank that such a okay, we're back. I can now safely say that city pop is most commonly described as Japanese songs from the 70s and 80s that take inspiration from American songs of the time, more specifically stuff like jazz and R&B. Urban music is another term that I saw thrown around a lot. Well, honestly, if you actually want to find out the actual definition of city pop, then you probably have to know at least a little bit about music. And my ass can barely tell a guitar from any other instrument, so I feel like I'm just gonna, From what I've seen, the most popular that city pop got was around the 1980s, as its influence was wide enough and big enough to where it appeared in things such as anime openings in some cases, or video games as you can see through the Zelda example. Although the Super Mario 3 song, one of the Super Mario 3 songs, I can't remember which one it was, it also had a similar melody to the Zelda fairy theme, which you already know the link, and afterwards, the popularity of the genre did start to decrease, as even back during its peak, a lot of people called it cringy in some regards. If I had to compare it to any modern examples, it'll probably be how a bunch of people criticize every new single fucking song, genre, and artist that ever come out, calling them cringy in some regards, only for like later generations to be like, actually you're wrong, this fucking ruled. However, during the last You don't want to know how many takes that last shot took me. However, during the last couple of years, the genre has been gaining back some popularity thanks to the internet promoting some of the songs to apps like TikTok. But now the question still remains, right? When did this type of music just suddenly start coming back after being irrelevant for many years? And if I had to answer that question, I'll probably say that it's because it fucking hits different. A lot of the songs have a certain vibe that cannot or has not been replicated through the modern times. I guess you could say that city pop is a product of its time, a time capsule that perfectly represents, however exaggerated it may be, the time in which these songs came out. A lot of these songs also have a how to describe it? You ever had a memory from your childhood that you can remember but just barely so it's at a weird point in which you know that it happened to you, but your memory of it is so fucking bad that it feels weirdly unreal? Well, you could probably say that the opposite is true for city pop. So many of these songs bring out weirdly familiar feelings. Like, there'll be something that you listen to in your childhood over the radio while hanging out with your friends, running through the neighborhood, being close to the beach, you name it. All these memories feel so real. Yet, what the song brings out are not actually those real memories, but idealized versions of what was or what could have been. These songs feel like they bring me into an ideal world in which I don't have to worry about what Kanye West said, what my job is gonna do with me, or whether or not I'll shit my pants in the next 5 minutes. You don't want to know the answer to the last one. Well, researching for this video, I found a Reddit post asking the question of why Japanese city pop seem to bring out this fake nostalgia of sorts. And there was one person that gave an answer that I found completely fascinating. They basically said that it was a combination of different factors, such as the jazz influences over the genre, the medium in which it came out, which made it feel more dated, in a good way, honestly. Um, the nostalgia for the time that made it easier to like bring out more vivid images, and more importantly, at least what I found to be the most true in my case, was that the performances felt more expressive. Ima, watashi no nihongo wa amari yoku nai. Demo, 聞いた時が記憶をしています. I sure hope I didn't accidentally say a racial slur. Listen, man, you show me Her by Tyler the Creator, and I'll be jamming and breaking through your window. Now, when it comes to music, I'm not really a person that necessarily listens to the lyrics of the song. Half the time, I don't even understand the lyrics when first listening to it. Whether or not that is because I'm paying attention to the song itself, I couldn't really tell you. But the point is, I'm not gonna judge a song because of the lyrics necessarily, but rather because of the vibes that it gives me. And in the case of city pop, the vibes are so unique in their feelings, and combined with all the other factors that I already mentioned, and I feel like it's a no-brainer that this little genre of Japanese music has research and popularity over the last couple of years, especially in communities such as the anime community. I mean, this genre of music is the perfect type of music to put over like anime background videos, which I guess is another reason as to why the genre has research and popularity in communities such as the anime community. I mean, just like, listen to this shit. It's like I'm really an 80s to 90s anime protagonist with my Gen Z dumbass. I wonder how they could have cranked their Soldier Boys. The style, the feelings, the time in which it was released in. All of these factors make city pop, in my opinion, the most magical music genre I may have ever heard.
Thank you for the hope, thank you for the hope, thank you for the joy, thank you for the joy. Oh girl, you taught my lonely heart to sing.
Now hold on just a second because I'm not done just yet. Because after listening to me ramble on about this genre, I feel like I should probably actually talk about some of my favorite songs in the genre. And I feel like there is no better place to start than with the person that basically caused the resurgence of this genre, Maria Takaguchi. I mean, talk about having music on lockdown. She was a masterclass of her art. Some of my favorite songs from her include Plastic Love, I mean, no duh. But also another one that I really wanted to mention is Oh No, Oh Yes, and her rendition of Morning Glory. Now, some other miscellaneous artists that I wanted to mention include Junko Hashi and her song Silhouette Romance, Reiko Takahashi and her song Sunset Road, and some other miscellaneous artists that I don't think technically are considered part of city pop, but from what I have seen are considered like precursors and influences to it, like Masayoshi Takanaka. But by far, the one that I wanted to talk about the most is Tatsuro Yamashita, because this man is that guy. My pronouns may be he, but not him, because I could never be him. He's got it in his veins. He's that guy. He's the center of the medium. He's the GOAT. This guy is the guy that motivated me to make this video the most, because I swear, he cannot miss. He does not have a single bad song. I've been listening to so many of them, not a single bad. I'm telling you, it's in his veins. It's natural. It's DNA. It's pure talent. Oh my god, bro. He has an impeccable track record. I mean it, man. I mean, someday, banger. Silent Screamer, banger. Daydream, mega banger. Rainy Day, banger. Futari, Sparkle, I mean, you get the point by now. He is unparalleled. His songs are like the epitome of everything I've mentioned in this video. Play one of his songs and you'll immediately feel like a protagonist in a 1980s music video. I'm telling you, it's just like that. Listen, man, all I'm saying is that if you ever get tired of listening to Mariah Carey, then you can probably listen to his Christmas song titled Christmas Eve. Christmas in Summer is the name of the game. I mean, this song feels so whimsical, so magical. Like the perfect day is happening right now. Absolute banger.
Morning glory,
Play this shit in the morning and I guarantee you your happiness levels are bound to rise tenfold. Trust me, it works. I've done it. Normally this one will be my number 2, but recently I discovered another song and honestly, recency bias got me like fucked up. Oh well.
Thank you for your love. Thank you for the heart. There'll never be a long and lonely night.
Matter of fact, ignore everything that I just said, like, because I just forgot bangers like fucking Funky Flushing and Merry Go Round, man. Just forget. Listen to all his songs. He's that guy. If there is anything that I want people to take away from this video, it's that there is a lot of good-ass music that we may never listen to because we never go outside of our comfort circle. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is that even if occasionally, try to experiment a bit with the music that you listen to, because in one of those times, maybe you just end up finding one of your favorite things ever. Well, that's all the time that I've had for today. I'm just a random stranger that you met on the internet. But hey, just call me Pseudo.